Well, it's time for the 6th annual Jack to the Future Car Show here in Cape Girardeau. That happens this Saturday at the Century Casino from 11 in the morning until 3 o'clock that afternoon. All electric vehicles are welcome and registration is free. There will also be a vendor area and hands-on demos, and admission is free. And joining us this morning to talk about this car show is Brian Noto. So Jack to the Future, what is this all about? Aside from electric cars, what's the main purpose?
We've been introducing people to electric vehicles since 2008 here in Cape. This is our consumer event. We do a lot of work around the world with electric vehicles, with batteries, off-grid living, solar power. So this is kind of our way to reintroduce ourselves to Cape Girardeau and to this region.
That's super cool. And do you feel like the Cape Girardeau area and beyond, they are really trying to immerse themselves in electric vehicles and the concept of electric vehicles?
I do. It's been a long time coming. The Cape area now has close to 200 electric vehicles registered in the county, and it's been growing. When we first started, there was one. We had a Tesla here, a 2012 Tesla. So it's come a long way, and I think people are understanding that even though gas isn't as expensive as it is in other states, that the environment is something that people are concerned about. And electric vehicles are fun, they're fast, and that's what we like to talk about.
Yeah, and for me, I'm not really much of a car buff, but when I think of like an electric vehicle, I think of a Tesla. But there are probably other different types of brands and models of electric vehicles beyond just Teslas out there. Talk a little bit about the electric vehicles that people could maybe expect to see at this show come Saturday.
We will have about 50 to 60 electric vehicles. We will have 3 or 4 Cybertrucks, which are Tesla. They're a brand new truck. I think we're going to have a Hummer or 2 electric vehicle. There are other brands. Ford makes electric vehicles. There's Rivian, another manufacturer, Chevrolet, Kia, Nissan. Just about every manufacturer has an offering, and we will have most of those represented at the show that people can see, sit in, talk to people about them, as well as custom electric vehicles that some of our attendees are bringing from around the country.
That is super cool. I feel like this is going to be a really awesome event if you have any type of interest in electric vehicles, or maybe you just want to check out a cool car, a cool truck. I know that I've seen those Cybertrucks around, and the design's not for everyone. I know people have their own take on it, but you've got to admit it's pretty interesting looking, and so the fact that we have that here, it's pretty awesome, and that you guys are able to put something like this on. Aside from the vehicles that will be at Century Casino, what else will be taking place on Saturday?
We want a little kids corner, we've called it, where we can talk, let some kids see. We have a trailer that is solar powered, and it carries batteries from a Tesla. So we will operate a gaming station there, and they'll be able to see how the future is going to be. I mean, part of electric vehicles is the batteries, also solar power, about storing energy at your house in the batteries or in your car. We'll also have just regular vendors. It's a family-friendly event. Everybody just come out and come to the car show.
Yeah, and would you say, in your own personal opinion, electric cars are the way of the future for us?
I mean, they absolutely are. They're not for everyone now. People might need a truck or a car that goes a long distance, but I think that with what we're seeing now, we're up to 10–11% of the vehicles that are being purchased are electric vehicles. 12 years ago, it was 0. So we're seeing a real surge in the vehicle sales.
Wow, that's amazing. And so say someone, maybe they can't make it out to the event come Saturday, but they're really intrigued by electric vehicles and want to learn more. Are you a good person to reach out to for them to get that information, or who would you direct them to? I
mean, absolutely. They could go to our website, evtv.me. I mean, we're located here in Cape on Morgan Oak Street. If you ever want to come by and see things, we're the door's open. We love talking to people, so don't feel afraid to come by.
Yeah, and so then again, the car show is taking place this Saturday. What time is it taking place, and where again?
It's 11 to 3 at the Century Casino Cape on Main Street on the river.
That's wonderful. It's going to be a really cool car show. I know it will. And if people are wanting to find out more information about the car show, do you guys have an event site on Facebook, or what does that look like for you all?
Absolutely. If you go to evtv.me, that's the best place to get information. But again, it's Saturday 11 to 3 at the Century Casino.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys are really putting together such a really cool car show for this area. And like I had said, if you have even a little bit of an interest in electric cars, I definitely feel like you should head on out to this event and just gain so much more knowledge from this. Brian, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course. We'll be back here in just a few.